My name is Maurice Bolo. I am Kenyan by nationality, and I'm the Executive Director of the Scinnovent Centre here in Nairobi, Kenya. I'm also the PI of the project on public-private partnerships under the Science Granting Councils Initiative in Africa. The Science Granting Councils in Africa are actually government agencies that are responsible for funding of research and innovation in the continent. So the project that now we are currently running is geared towards enhancing the capacity of the Science Granting Councils to develop frameworks and implement those same frameworks for commercialization, IP audits, and technology transfer. Now, a lot of Science Granting Councils, as I had mentioned, part of their main role is funding for research. And so they give grants to researchers in universities and public research institutes, as well as private sector and consultancies, to be able to conduct research at the national level. A lot of times this research comes up with either technologies or projects or processes that may have intellectual property value, but the councils do not actually know, or they don't have a system of identifying which projects results in what types of IPs. So one of the things we are doing as part of our objectives in this research is to help and enhance their capacity to be able to conduct what we call IP audits. In other words, go back to the research that they are funding or the ones that they're intending to fund to find out which of those can result in IP assets, whether they are trademarks, whether they are utility models, whether they are patents, whether they are copyrights, whichever way that they come up with, so that they're able to know what exactly they have. Now, the second thing is that we realize that even though a lot of these councils, as well as the clients, which are mainly the universities and the research institutes, do have institutional IP policies, they lack actually the strategies to go with those policies and support them in implementing those particular policies. So part of the thing we are also doing is to support the councils to develop IP strategies and IP policies to support the work that they do with their researchers. And the third thing that we do is to ensure that the patents or the IP that the councils actually do have or own are not just lying, but they are actually get to be commercialized. And therefore, we are supporting them to have a commercialization framework. We see impacts at different levels. For the council, our agenda was to enhance their capacity to perform the functions that they're set up to perform. And therefore, issues like new institutional policies and strategies around IPR, for example, is important. We had 3 projects in Uganda on public-private partnerships that involve very much strongly the private sector. We had Makerere University working with the beekeepers of Uganda to be able to develop propolis and beevenom as products, including tea, as well as other products that the private sector then took on and went ahead to take to the market. The same in Uganda, we had the Cocoa Research Institute working with the cocoa producers to develop a cocoa fermentation machine. In Malawi, we had renewable energy projects, and we had a biogas plant between the municipal council as well as the private sector actors, and that has taken off very, very well by the private sector.